So I'm going to do a 90-minute session with you today. I don't want you to be overwhelmed. This is a lot. My best recommendation is out of like the 10 things I say, take away 2 or 3 and decide to start there. The others you can really explore on your own. It's really intuitive once you get started. In this 90 minutes, what I'm going to focus on is an overview of Office 365, OneDrive, a little bit on SharePoint, a little bit on Skype for Business, and also OneNote. So those are the things we're going to try to dive into. So when you hear of Office 365, what I would like you to think about is an umbrella. The name of the umbrella is Office 365. In an umbrella, you have several spokes at the bottom. Each one of these applications in Office 365 is a spoke. So for example, Mail, which is right here, is a spoke. Calendar is a spoke. Yammer is a spoke. OneDrive is a spoke. OneNote is a spoke. All of these are spokes on here. So you have Office 365. I gave this little flyer out for you to know that you can download Office 365 for free on up to 5 devices. What does that mean? You can go to your Google search site, your Bing search site, type in Office 365 sign in from any computer you are on in the world. It will sign you in and say good afternoon, good morning, whatever your name is, and it will bring up all of your applications under Office 365. 5 devices: your laptop, your phone, your home computer, your desk computer. These applications on here, when you sign in through here, these are called cloud-based applications and storage, meaning you don't have to press save. It will automatically save once you sign in like that and create anything from here. Let's talk about Word, Excel, and PowerPoint that you see on here. So for example, I came to your school, this is your computer, I signed in, and my Office 365 umbrella came up. The applications in my umbrella may look different from yours depending on what Office 365 license we have. Makes sense? Word, Excel, and PowerPoint on here is the same Word, Excel, and PowerPoint that you are accustomed to. The only major difference is it lives online in a cloud. So when I click on Word from here, for example, it will come up and say Word Online. When I open a document from here, you're clear that you're on Word Online. I'm in a Word Online document right now. It talks you through it. And your Word Online document looks different from your ordinary Word document, mainly because you have this share button up here. What that means is I can click on that share button, and it is going to ask me for the email address of the person I would like to share with. Once I enter that email, I can enter a personal message. It will send an email to that person to click on a link. When that person clicks on the link, both of us will be in the same document at the same time. I would see what they are typing, they would see what I'm typing. So if we need to create a document together, edit a document, as they type, I can edit. As I type, they can edit. We can create it together. You could be at your house, and I can be at my house, and we can do it together. The same thing for Excel and PowerPoint online. You don't have to press save, it will automatically save in this cloud version. Now, a question that you may have is, okay, so Tisha, how is this different from when I start Word from my desktop down here? When you start Word from your desktop down there, you don't have the share functionality to share with somebody. When you do something on Word Online, you are able to download that document to your device so it can live on your desktop or in your documents. If you don't download it, it will just live in your cloud-based applications, meaning every time you go back into Office 365 from here, this little thing, we call it a waffle because it looks like a waffle. It will live in your waffle. When you click on your waffle, you see all your Office 365 applications. We had a question?
Possible to attach an online document to an email? I have to download the document to my Word.
You can attach an online document to an email. When you hit attach, it is going to give you two options: attach as a copy or attach from a OneDrive file. So you're able to attach it. You just choose which one.
But there's no attach button on this.
Yeah, so this is Word Online. You're not able to attach a document into Word Online.
So I have to open it up.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, so we're going back into, so that's Word, Excel, PowerPoint. That's how it's different from being in the cloud. Your mail is right here. I'm sure you're familiar with your Outlook and email. Your calendar is right here. Let's talk about Yammer for a minute. Yes, I'm sorry.
Relative to sharing documents, is there a limit to the number of people that can be sharing a document at the same time?
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of, yes.
Does the sharing of documents have to be live? Or could, like, the question there, could I send that link and would it be actually?
Oh, yes, yes. You can send that link, and as soon as they click on it, they will be into the document, yes.
But if I leave the document, it's still open and available
Yes.
to the recipient?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
I don't want to get ahead of you, but I have some specific questions about Excel, because there's some functionality you can't get in the, so you're gonna get to that later?
So I'm not gonna get to it because I have an hour and a half, but you bring up a really great point, and thank you for saying that. So to answer your question, I'm going to go to OneNote specifically. So OneNote is this purple N right here. When you open OneNote from your desktop, meaning you click on this right here, and you open OneNote 2016, you are opening OneNote from what they call the full version or the full client of OneNote. It is called that because it has functionalities such as you can record your voice in a OneNote notebook, rewind your voice in the notebook, annotate and edit your voice in the notebook. It has a full suite of tools, toys, bells, and whistles in the desktop version of OneNote. When you open OneNote from the cloud version from here, the only thing you'll be able to do is record your voice. You won't see rewind, you won't see edit, you won't see annotate. So I'm saying that to answer your question, yes, the cloud-based versions of these applications may not be as rich as the desktop full clients. For OneNote specifically, Microsoft is working to get it to become a full client in the cloud version. They are not there yet. Other thing you need to be aware of, when you open OneNote in the desktop version, it visually looks different to OneNote in the cloud version. You have the exact same thing, it just looks differently. We like to say that up front so that you are completely transparent, so that we are completely transparent and that you are clear. All right. So OneNote in a nutshell is a digital notebook. Think of a notebook with several tabs in it. And you label one tab bio, one chem, one physics. You have a notebook that lives online that you can create sections and tabs for. It doesn't matter how many sections or tabs you create. It doesn't matter how many pages you put in it. There is no limit to that. You can upload documents, upload videos, upload PowerPoints, record your voice, rewind you can do every single thing in this virtual notebook. Send a link to the notebook to your students or anybody else. They click on that link, they get into your notebook, and they can complete all of your assignments straight from that link. You can grade all of your assignments in the notebook as well, and they can go back in and see their grades. That is OneNote in a nutshell. A OneNote training usually takes 90 minutes all by itself. So I'm just giving you an overview. All right, Yammer. So how many people in the room are familiar with Facebook? Yeah, I know, right? Yammer is your own little personal Facebook if you want it. If you want to have a controlled Facebook just for you and your class, guess what? You can have it. You can just click on Yammer and you can do everything Facebook can do. All right? We're going to get into SharePoint, OneDrive. And I have a video to show you on OneDrive. How many of you are familiar with Dropbox? Okay, there you go. OneDrive is just like Dropbox. It's a storage unit. You can store everything from your documents to your desktop. There is no limit to how much storage you can have or can get. The thing with OneDrive is you can collaborate and work simultaneously with somebody through your OneDrive. And I'm going to show you a video of that. So a friend of mine at Microsoft often reminds me when I say this, he goes, Tisha, you need to let people know, even though OneDrive is cloud-based storage, please remind them that gravity will always exist. So if you got something pretty important, in addition to saving it in OneDrive, save it to your documents or your desktop as well. Okay? Video. So if you want a place to upload all your videos for your class or whatever it may be, you can do it there. And forms. Forms is exactly like, and don't hold this against me, Google Forms. You can literally send a form out through a link, get it completed, and see all the live data appear on the screen immediately. You can embed a form into a notebook, into anything else, and it tabulates your data and everything else for you. That's an overview of Office, of the spokes of the umbrella in Office 365. Yes?
I have a question about OneDrive. Is it possible to make it sync down to your desktop for offline use?
I am not sure about that, so what I'm going to ask you to do, Daryl has my business cards. If you could email me that question, I will get it to the person at Microsoft who I know can answer it accurately, and I will email that back to you.
Well, I mean, I can kind of speak to it.
Okay.
You can do that, and we can show you exactly how to do it. We do it in IT, I know some others do it, so we can get back to you and
Okay, great.
show you exactly how to do it.
Really useful.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Daryl. Save me an email. Very nice.
I had a question.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that the functionality of the online environment is not quite as robust as it would be with the mobile desktop. Now, is that intentional from Microsoft's standpoint, or they just haven't got to the development standpoint where the functionality is online?
Great question. They just haven't gotten to the full functionality yet. Now, I would also say this. I have started notebooks and used the cloud version for every single thing, and I've been quite happy and not missing anything at all. It has not inhibited anything I'm doing. So I don't want to represent that it's limited in some way, because actually it's not. It's pretty robust. I haven't had a need to rewind and annotate my voice. Maybe you do, but it's pretty robust by itself. All right, so that's the Office 365 overview. Let's go into OneDrive. Okay, let me warn you up front. This video is really great. The gentleman in the video has a little bit of a heavy accent. So listen closely. And ideally, what I would do is, and Daryl, this is your call. I am happy to come back out here to do another session for you. It's absolutely free for you. So, you get to go.
Can we come to?
Okay. Because this is being taped, let me make that clear. You're all invited. It's not your part of session, no. That is not Mr. Wan, that's Daryl. So here we go. So, in an ideal setting, I would have you come with your devices, and as I play this video, I would stop it like 20 seconds in and be like, okay, now you do exactly what the video is showing, and I'll walk around with you to get it done. But I'm just giving you an overview. If I get to come back, we'll definitely do that. All right, so here we go.
Bali from technofed.com. OneDrive was previously known as SkyDrive. It's a popular cloud storage platform to store your important files and information. If you want to use OneDrive, you should have an account with Microsoft like Hotmail or Outlook. And if you don't have one, you can create it by using your existing email ID like Gmail, Yahoo or any other mail ID. To learn more, watch this video. Go to OneDrive.com. Sign in using your Microsoft account such as Outlook or Hotmail, and if you don't have one, you can create a new account using your existing email ID. I've got a Hotmail account. Next, password.
So he's just signing into OneDrive.
Homepage. There are various things we can do with OneDrive. To start with, let's create a document.
All right, because our song is not working, you're gonna hear my accent instead of his. I'm gonna talk you through this. So here we go. When you click on OneDrive, this is what comes up. You see OneDrive right there. From here, you can click on Create and actually create a document in OneDrive. When you create a document in OneDrive, it is going to create it in Word Online. As a result, you can share it and two people can be in the document at the exact same time. You can also upload documents into OneDrive, which that gentleman was asking about, that Daryl and his team is going to help him do. So you can literally move all your stuff over to OneDrive storage. OneDrive is organized pretty simply. You have your files, your recent documents, your photos, and all the documents that you have shared. It's a pretty intuitive website. Well, not website,
Click on
but
create.
platform.
You can create a Word.
All right. When you click on Create, you can create a Word document, an Excel workbook, a PowerPoint presentation, a OneNote notebook, an Excel survey, or a plain text document. When you click on Create, it gives you those options and you choose one that you want.
Document, Excel workbook, PowerPoint presentation, OneNote for taking quick notes, Excel survey. Excel surveys let other people fill out your questionnaire where you can see it all in one place online. You can also create a plain text document. Plain text document supports symbols and spaces but does not support any type of text formatting. Therefore, you cannot apply bold, italic, underline styles, and you cannot use different fonts or font sizes in plain text document. Let me create a Word document.
All right. In OneDrive, you can see the date that you have modified. It will say sharing. It shows you everybody that you have shared with, and you also see the sizes of it. In this section right here, you can sort all of this by name or by size. You can also sort it as text, or you can sort it as pictures. That is pretty much a walkthrough of OneDrive. Right. So you did not get to listen to the man with the accent. Got me instead. All right. Okay, let's go ahead. Yes.
If I create a document in OneDrive,
Yeah.
and I go to my scope that's Excel,
Yeah.
will I see that Excel
Yes.
I created in OneDrive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. You sure will. Now, SharePoint. Yes. I'm sorry.
Sorry, if I end up creating a document in Word and upload it,
Yeah.
will I have the same sharing function because I didn't create it?
Once you upload it, yep. Once it gets up there, yes. Okay, SharePoint. We're not digging deep into SharePoint. I am just giving you an overview. And to be honest with you, Darryl, tell me if I'm wrong, but you all really don't need a deep dive into SharePoint.
Not yet, but
Okay, so here is a very basic.
If you've worked in a company, you'll probably recognize how it feels to be Monique. She starts a new project, looks for team members, holds meetings, and the emails start flying. Pretty soon, a few important documents emerge, and those documents get passed around and around. Within a couple of weeks, a few hundred emails, and a couple of dozen phone calls, a few things become clear. First, people feel overwhelmed. Everyone's inbox is filled with slightly different versions of the same document. Monique is never sure if she has the latest version. Second, it's impossible for her to see a complete snapshot of the project. Everything is spread across multiple computers, and everyone on the team has different information depending on who they talk to. Third, even though the project will impact other projects, there's no way to connect them. They're like islands. She spends valuable time trying to coordinate with other project leads and stakeholders. It's better than sending snail mail, but it's not the only way. Tools like SharePoint can take away some of the pain of collaborating and easily do things that were difficult before. Imagine this scenario. Monique starts a new project and needs to form a team. This time, she creates an online home for the project by starting a new SharePoint site. To help fill out the team, Monique identifies potential team members with special skills using search. Within minutes, she finds 2 graphic designers in the company and contacts them about the project. Once the team is formed, Andrea and Dimitri learn that they have more in common thanks to SharePoint blogs. Common interests in things like mountain biking help build relationships that create a solid team foundation. For this project, there's little worry about attachments and version control. SharePoint becomes the source for everything related to the project. All documents live in SharePoint, where there is only one version. The same is true for calendars. The team's shared calendar means no one has to guess about meeting times or due dates. Monique soon realizes she also needs budget spreadsheets and presentations. Instead of having to reinvent the wheel, she can search SharePoint for documents from other projects that help her get started quickly. The same is true for existing databases and networks within her company. SharePoint plugs into these systems, so Monique and her team can access sales data, inventory numbers, and contact information right from SharePoint. Now she can see that instead of people, documents, and company data being islands in a huge ocean, SharePoint creates a home that not only connects these islands, but allows her company to see the big picture. Monique's memories of those pre-SharePoint days are still fresh, but now she looks forward to her next projects, even while she's taking a break on her own island getaway. Learn more at sharepoint.microsoft.com.
I have a lot of questions, I'm sorry. Can you create a SharePoint site with people who are not at Roger Williams?
Yes, you can.
And they can access it just like
Yes.
Great.
It sort of looks like, is it like Google Sites? I'm sorry.
No.
Is it like Google Sites? Is that what that is?
I am not as deeply familiar with Google Sites, to be honest.
Okay.
And we're going to have some digital trainings on SharePoint. Right now, it's somewhat new to our environment, so we're still trying to familiarize ourselves with the platform. And as we do, we'll provide some training to the community. But we do have a couple user groups that are using the platform in different ways right now. But we're going to be sharing that with the community shortly.
All right, it's 10:30, so we're going to take a vote. Would you like to dive into Skype for Business or OneNote? Show of hands. If you would like Skype for Business, put 1 finger in the air. If you would like OneNote, put 2. Oh, okay. I am so happy I did that. Here we go. We're gonna dive into OneNote. So, I'm actually gonna do a live demonstration for you right now. So, one best practice tip and trick, anything you want to know about OneNote, always go to this website, www.onenote4teachers.com. And when Darryl hands you my business card, it's one of the websites on the lower right-hand side. Any and everything relating to OneNote lives here. Let me talk you through the OneNote website. We have an overview video, which we are going to watch. Scrolling down, we have OneNote for students. So if you have a student that needs to learn about OneNote or is stuck somewhere, they have resources on this page. We're going to focus on the teacher resources. However, there are also administrator resources. So whatever role you are in, once you get to this page, you will be able to get the assistance that you need. First column. Now, here's my strongest recommendation. I've been doing this for about 2 years now. Here's what I've seen work best. All of these are videos. To be honest with you, Microsoft really did a great job with these videos. However, in 3 or 4 minutes of video, it has like 60 things in there that you can easily miss if you're not like, oh, this is this. So what I have done is start with video 1 and chunk the video. I'm going to model that with the overview video in a little while. Video 1 is getting started, then go to these 2. When you have finished that, then go to this section of videos. If you think you don't need that and you can start at video 5, then do your thing, go for it. But start in order if you want to start from the basics to build up. This next section called additional resources. Anytime Microsoft makes any changes relating to OneNote, they put it under additional resources. For example, in all of the Office 365 applications, especially in a OneNote Notebook, there is a help/feedback button. Believe it or not, Microsoft actually goes and reads the things that are typed in there. So for example, class notebook, that's another type of OneNote notebook. A lot of teachers from around the world gave feedback that it could be a whole lot more efficient by minimizing some of the buttons and merging them into one. This summer, Microsoft came up with Download OneNote Add-in. So they created an add-in with all of those brand new modifications to Class Notebook. Anytime they read feedback and a bunch of people are giving them the same feedback, they go create add-ins and make adjustments and changes. And for OneNote specifically, it will live under the additional resources. So always glance at that and click on it and upload it. So you have the most current thing. All right, let's take a look at our overview video of OneNote, which I'm going to chunk.
If you're a teacher, you've got a lot of information to manage every day. Lessons to plan, meetings to attend, homework to grade. OneNote helps teachers stay organized, deliver curriculum, collaborate with students and colleagues, and create interactive lessons in the classroom. Imagine having all of your classroom information.
All right, I'm gonna stop that video right there. Okay. 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 Okay, so what I am circling right now is a page in a OneNote notebook. At the top of the page, you see all these different color tabs. Do you see them? Think of an ordinary notebook with a bunch of tabs in it. You create that online. You can choose the color and the name of all your tabs. You click the plus button to create a new tab. There is no limit to the number of tabs you can have. On the right-hand side are the pages within each tab. There is no limit to the number of pages that you can have. Right here is a search bar. If you created something in a OneNote notebook and all you can remember is the word dinosaurs, you just type in the word dinosaurs and every page on every notebook that you have with that word on it will come up on the right-hand side for you automatically. This white area right here is a page in a OneNote notebook. Microsoft created OneNote pages following the brainstorm thinking, meaning you have a blank page, this blank whiteboard in a OneNote notebook, and you got to do a lesson on thermodynamics. Everything you have relating to thermodynamics, you throw up there. Every article, every video, every lesson plan, every guide. And it's an interactive space, so you just throw it up there. Because it's an interactive space, when you're finished throwing it up there, you are able to move things in order. Everything you throw up there creates its own text box. So you are able to move it around and manipulate it. I'm going to open my notebook and we're going to do one together. In addition to those fabulous resources, you can also do things like record your voice inside of a notebook. So if you have like 12 things on a notebook page, you can actually record your voice saying, hey, start with number 5 first, then jump to 7. Those of you all that did the homework for number 1, don't bother to do it. You can verbally give instructions. Also, when students do their homework to you in a OneNote notebook, instead of having to write on it, you can verbally grade it. So you did a good job on this, but you're still missing this. You're going to have to go back and put that in. Okay? So, as you can see, this particular teacher put a video on here, put a bunch of links on here, put a PowerPoint on here. This teacher actually created their lesson plan inside a page in OneNote, projected the screen, and taught a lesson from the page in the OneNote notebook, just by clicking on links and going through. That is what you're able to do with OneNote. All right, see, we are like 1 minute into this video, and do you see how many things I've just told you? This is what I mean by it has a lot in every video. Let's continue.
Imagine having all of your classroom information together in one convenient place, including email messages.
So here's a feature I like. You can send your emails to your notebook. So if there's emails you need to keep for a year or however long, or you want to start making folders of emails for documentation or anything else, literally, after you have sent the email, you can send it to a section of your notebook. It will live there for as long as you have the notebook. Another best practice a lot of instructors have been doing, they will create a notebook for a particular class, get feedback from their students and everything, and the next year teach the class using the exact same notebook with modifications, because all your stuff is already in it. Questions? All right, let's keep going.
Including email messages and meeting notes sent directly from Outlook. Being able to find anything in your notebook in the time it takes to type in what you're looking for.
All right, there are 3 types of notebooks. The first one is called your personal notebook, which pretty much is for you. Create your own personal tabs of whatever you need to do. Second type of notebook is called a class notebook. It is designed for students and teachers to interact with each other for lessons. Each of these notebooks comes already pre-built with sections, sample lesson plans, sample videos, sample everything that you can just choose from and tweak and modify. The last type of notebook is called a staff notebook. So if you are a manager with direct reports, you can use a staff notebook where all your notes, staff meetings, everything live. Or if you want to collaborate with a group of colleagues professionally, you can use a staff notebook for that as well. A class notebook and staff notebook structure is exactly the same, The only difference is that one is designed for teachers and students, and one is designed for professional colleagues. Right? This is a class notebook, as you can see, written right there. So to set up a class notebook, you just follow these 4 simple steps, and it sets it up in about 30 seconds to 3 minutes.
Creating a notebook specially designed for your whole classroom to use, where students can collaborate on...
Okay, so the first notebook I showed you was a personal notebook. This is a class notebook. You know that because of these designated sections on the side. A class and a staff notebook come with 4 designated sections. The first section is a welcome section. Post anything in there that's pretty much going to be the same all year long. Your syllabus, SMART goals for the year, SIP plans, meeting agendas, grading, rubric. Second section is called a collaboration space. When you post something in a collaboration space, other people can edit and view, make changes to, and comment on anything you put in there. You can also see all of the changes and who made what changes at what time. Every time somebody posts something in a collaboration space, their initials show up next to what they have posted. So, for example, if you're about to teach a class, but you're not sure what your students know or don't know, you can actually ask that question in collaboration space, and they can all go type in what they already know. Then you can go read it and see what you need to teach and what you don't. And that's the same for a class and the staff notebook. Other built-in section is called a content library. In the content library, you can post anything you want. All others can do is read it. They can't edit it, they can't touch it, they can't do anything to it. Last section of a class and staff notebook are individual notebooks for whoever you invite. So if I have a class and I have 20 students, my section 4 is going to show the notebook of the 20 students by name. At any time, I can see what is going on in any student's notebook by the click of a button. I can grade the same assignment in all notebooks at the same time, literally by setting up a rubric. Other students cannot see in others' notebook. I can only see their notebooks. Right, let's keep going.
And you can assign and grade homework without ever printing a single piece of paper. Imagine being able to easily individualize your lessons and feedback.
Today we're going to talk about corals and coral reefs.
Letting your students express themselves and their ideas in whatever form they choose directly on the page.
Buenos dias.
Engaging parents to help support their children's development in the class.
Any page in a notebook you can email to anybody at any time. You can also lock and unlock sections of your notebook.
OneNote can help you do all of this and more. It begins with a...
So that's only with the Outlook client, right? That's not with the Outlook online. That's only with the desktop client.
No, it's both. Yeah, you can do it. Good question. You can start a notebook from your cloud, your online cloud, or from your desktop on there. The other thing is OneNote is free. So anybody can use OneNote, okay?
It begins with a free download for all your devices. To download the free version of OneNote, get started at OneNote.com. For more features,
all right, so that is your overview OneNote video. I am actually going to show you So here is where I log in to your system online. When you scroll down after you log in, you can see all the notebooks that you have created. You also see the last time you have opened it. So here are all of my notebooks that I have, that I use to manage my life, pretty much. When I click on a notebook, it opens up like this. Let me see, which notebook can I display that would not get me in trouble? I'm gonna open Mass View. So I'm opening this, here is a notebook. Oh, good. So, okay, folks, the notebooks that I showed you in the demonstration video was started from the desktop, meaning you hit the start button here and you hit OneNote 2016. You saw the tabs at the top, right? This notebook was started and is in my OneNote Online. Do you see how it looks differently? My sections and pages on this side. Same thing, it just looks different. Yes?
I'm going to ask a really basic question.
No problem.
All right, so you just said how to log into OneNote from the desktop to start OneNote. What's the difference? How do you log in on the cloud?
Okay.
That's different than logging in.
Go to, I will do it for you right now. I'm going to open a browser, and I'm in Bing, and I'm going to type in Office 365 login. I'm gonna hit enter. It says sign into Office. I'm gonna click there. There you go. I'm already signed in, that's why I came up.
So you're just going in from the internet, from anywhere, Office 365, so now you're cloud-based as opposed to if you're at your own office or on a computer, you can log in on it.
We've also made redirects so that if you go to o365.rw.edu, you go to the same login.
Which is on the cloud or on my desktop?
The cloud.
Like, on the cloud. Me in the cloud,
No problem, we're good. So here's the thing. OneNote cloud version speaks to OneNote desktop version simultaneously. So whatever you do in the cloud version of your notebook shows up in the desktop version of your notebook and vice versa. So you don't lose anything. So, hope that answered your question. So let's go back to the notebook that I opened for, here we go. Okay, so let's do something together. This is a personal OneNote notebook. I'm gonna start a new page with you, and I'm going to name it Roger. Notice as I type here, the page name shows up automatically. Matter of fact, instead of doing a new page, I'm going to give you your own section. So adding a section is as easy as click on the add section, enter section name, hit OK. There is my section with a bunch of brand new pages. If I wanna, I just right click, hold it down, I can rename, delete, change my section color, like I feel like being magenta today. So you can change that, add a page, you can even add a new section from there. Here's your little pin thing, you can pin it down. So anytime you see this little pin in Office 365, once you pin it down, that means that page is gonna stay there. If it's not pinned, it goes back like that. Just a little nice trick for you to know. All right, so let's add a page. Let's title it Favorite Things. Cool. Notice when I type there, it shows up here. Notice that your page will always have a date and time stamp for you. So if you tell people to get stuff done by a certain time, you can actually see what time they actually did it and got it done. So, hey, what can I say? Let's take a look at your home button in your OneNote notebook. When I click on home, as you can see, I get my whole Word suite. So everything that's in Word, I have on here from home. Just that meeting details are added because anything in your calendar, you can actually pull all the notes and everything over from your calendar into your notebook by just clicking on this. You can tag stuff down as important, not important as well. Insert tab. So here you can insert a page, a table, a picture. Interesting. We are supposed to have a voice button on here that says audio that I'm not seeing pulling up. But your insert audio tab is also on here. View. You can view it in different views, different page versions, who wrote what as well. So favorite things. Can I please have a volunteer to tell me one of their favorite things?
Coffee.
Coffee. So, which one you like? Like this one? All right, cool. It's Friday. Oh, you want to put? No, we're being recorded. I am not putting a martini on there. Listen your y'all, I ain't listening mine. Here we go. So it came in, as you can clearly see, the big smiley face of coffee. And as you can see, I can readjust this image but you get the idea. You can insert anything on the face of the earth, your voice recorded, the whole 9 yards. Starting a notebook from my OneNote desktop version, I click here, I click on, if I don't see OneNote, I literally just type in OneNote. You have OneNote 2013 on here. I just hit it. Do you all have 16? Okay, no problem. Okay. You can use 13 as well, but this is how you start it. You just hit it, retrieving your credentials, it sets it up for you, and you just keep it moving. That's as easy as OneNote. I do some workshops throughout the state where people actually have me come in and sit with them and literally plan out a whole lesson in their OneNote notebook, send it to their students back and forth, and yeah, it's nice fun.
So is OneNote designed to be somewhat of an LMS, if you will, learning management system? Because we have a Kai here, so this would supplement that, or kind of?
I wouldn't say supplement because you don't have your grading tool in there. Right. It's missing that. So use in conjunction with, right, I would say. Okay, so when you sign into OneNote like this is a OneNote personal notebook. It's as easy as click on add, and just start typing and insert whatever you want. Insert from here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So, good. Okay, do you remember when I told you that anything you add is a text box that you can move all around? This is what I meant. So anything you insert on the page, you can just move it all around. When you hit your insert tab, you can insert audio, you can even insert video of your pretty face. It has page templates for you. I mean, it just has a lot of stuff. It has a drawing tool so if you're using it to grade work or whatever, you can grade it right with your mouse on there. Here is your history tab. Yeah, it has this is it. If you're more comfortable using a notebook with like grid lines, you can insert the type of grid lines that you like too. Yeah, it's nice. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's enough playing with OneNote for a while. So you now have an idea. Yes?
Oh, no, I just said your question for clarification. I think at one moment you said that when you, from the cloud-based OneNote, changes that you make will also simultaneously be made on your desktop OneNote. So as you open your desktop OneNote, does this page appear, the RU that you just created?
Excellent question. So 2 things with that. I opened a specific August 10th MassQ training notebook on my cloud. That's not what I opened from my desktop. This is not my computer. Right. Second thing, I shouldn't have said the word simultaneous because sometimes it takes a couple hours for stuff to go up and down each other. So I don't want you to be like, hey, she said it would appear right away. So correct myself on there. To share, you just hit your share button and you can share the page, the whole notebook. It will give you a link to share with others. And here is your give feedback to Microsoft, which they actually do read. That is OneNote in a overview nutshell. Again, if you remember nothing else, just remember this website, www.onenoteforteachers.com. It has videos on every single thing I walk through with you, in addition to going way deeper into a bunch of other stuff you can do inside of notebooks. Latest and greatest thing with OneNote is this Learning Tools app. So, now I won't be able to get to it. So pretty much Learning Tools. If you have a student and you have a bunch of stuff on your notebook page and this student has Asperger's or a learning disability, once you download the Learning Tools application into your notebook, the student just has to hit Learning Tools and it will read everything on the page to them. The student can even change how fast it reads it. If they want a male or female voice, they can space out the words, they can click to find the nouns, click to find the verbs, all built into it. So that's your Learning Tools app, which is also pretty cool. All right, Tom's, yes.
So say for instance, I want to develop a standard operating procedures or a handbook. Would you recommend the OneNote or the SharePoint?
I would recommend OneNote, and let me tell you why. So OneNote is a notebook. So SharePoint you can use with like a team of people, but a OneNote notebook, for me personally, like I put my SMART goals in the welcome section of a OneNote notebook with a syllabus. That's where I'll also put my SOP. And I always direct people back to that. Because of course I get the same question over and over again. How much is this going to be assigned? What is the weight of it? And I'm like, just go back to the welcome section of the OneNote notebook. And I literally just let it live there and direct them back to it. That's my personal preference. But you can put it in both if you wish to.
You can do the collaboration.
Yep.
So if I'm an advisor, so if you're present on all sides of the notebook, we can do it through Share.
Yep. Sure. I'll do it through OneNote. That's my personal preference. Yep. Yes?
So, I know that you said that OneNote is free for everyone.
Yeah.
Right? Whether you're on the 365 server or not.
Yeah.
But what about the other apps? So like, in terms of my, like, as staff and faculty, we're all on 365.
Yeah.
But I think our students are not. So like, if we're inviting them to collaborate and they do that.
Yes. So OneNote is free. If you invite your students via an email, they will be able to click on the link and come on into your notebook with you. You're fine. Some of the other applications are not free. So for licensing, Daryl will have the specific ones that you have, okay? But OneNote is, just go to OneNote.com. All right. Other questions? Yes?
You mentioned in OneNote the ability to lock and unlock sections. So does that mean if I have a section that people who are invited to my page couldn't get?
Yes.
I can make it just private?
Yes, that is correct. Other questions?
Just a question about using Word in the cloud. So I've done that, like, because if I access an attachment in my email, cloud-based, so it'll pull it up in, I guess, OneDrive, or I'm not sure. But when you save it, is there certain functionality in terms of creating folders?
Yeah. And if you save it on OneDrive, what that means is you can go on any computer, anywhere, log in, hit your OneDrive, and whatever you have saved, they will come on up.
And just a related question. So, but when I'm emailing, I can either send it through OneDrive or as an attachment. And as an attachment means they're not going to be able to, like, simultaneously. If I put it in OneDrive, that means they have complete access to it.
Yes. Yep. Great question. All right. So we're gonna see, because Tisha been talking for quite a while. It's already 11:02. So, who would like to volunteer to summarize for Tisha in 1 to 2 sentences what they learned about OneNote? Don't feel pressure. Anyone? Yes?
eventually maybe a replacement for the shared drives that we, share files on, because then and maybe this is a question, then it's in the cloud, so it's being saved there and backed up, or
So OneDrive?
Yeah.
OneNote?
OneDrive, yeah.
I think it could be supplemental. I think we still have a need for local storage or security issues or what have you. But I think we're going to continue to expand the functionality of it, whether or not it's going to be replace file folders and shares. That's still yet to be determined.
Be nice. I hope people start using OneDrive because it's a ton of storage, and you can access it
From anywhere, that's the thing.
That's the thing that really drives me. There may be, that people begin to access the information from remote devices, they're not going to put it on shared folders anymore, and that's not being
So from a security standpoint, as it exists right now, are there things that we should not be doing?
Well, I think we always have to be vigilant with respect to personally identifiable information, social security numbers, food information, things like that. We really shouldn't be storing that sort of stuff, in the cloud right now. I think we're still developing the protocols and security procedures around that information. Right now, I think for our purposes, we shouldn't be looking at storing that type of information up there right now. Everything else is fine, but personally identifiable information, not so much right now.
Okay. Tisha's question about OneNote. Who would like to summarize what you learned about OneNote? Anything?
It's free.
Okay, we're done. Thank you. What else did Tisha say?
Access it from any computer because it's a website. It has 3 sections. One, you can create a personal notebook. The second one is it can be a classroom notebook where you're the teacher and you have students, or it can just be for administrative shares.
You make me so proud.
And they have and each of those have 4 sections.
Look at you, Okay, I know how you feel, but I feel pretty good that at least one person learned quite a bit from me today. Alright, the other one I want to show you because it's really cool is Sway. So how many of y'all use PowerPoints in here? Yeah, and how long does it usually take you to do a PowerPoint? A while, okay. So Microsoft did a survey and sent it out to people, and a bunch of comments came in with, it takes me forever to format my slides, choose a color, choose a background, format this, and Microsoft was like, that wasn't really the purpose or intent. We didn't want you spending your time on formatting, it was the content. So they developed a new presentation tool called Sway. So I'm actually going to do a Sway with you right now. It does not replace PowerPoints. PowerPoints still have their place. However, it's a different type of presentation tool. So I'm going to so let me walk you through the Sway website. You can create a new Sway, which we are going to. You can start from a topic. So when you click start from a topic, it would already have a bunch of information inside there about the topic already preloaded for you. Yes, and you can delete and pick and choose which one you want. Any topic. Matter of fact, I'll do that with you too, because you have been a good student today. So here we go. You can also click start from a document. So if, I don't know about you, but it has had times in my life where I needed to create a presentation and all I had was a Word document and I really didn't have time, seriously. I would hit select from a document, upload my Word document in here, click a button and it automatically turns it into a presentation for me. If I don't like the color or the scheme, I hit the button again and it redoes it for me. Then I hit the button again until I find what I like, and then I get to presenting. I'm not going to tell you if I did that with your Sway or not for this presentation, but let's move along. So You can upload a Word document, a PDF, a PowerPoint, whatever, and it will literally create it for you automatically. Let's create one together. So let's create, oh, do you want to try to create, which one do you want to do first? You want to create from a topic or just one together? Okay, it took too long, so let's go with Hey, I'm hyperactive, you gotta talk fast. So here we go. It says title your sway. All right, what do you want to create a sway on together? Roger Williams. So I'm going to type in here Roger Williams. University, right? So watch this. So I type that in there. I hit background. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So now from here, I know I got. Sorry. So from here you choose. So I can scroll down. Like, okay, yes. Do you see that? All right, let's go back up. Back to attention. So obviously, I think it's one of these two I want. Which one you want to choose? Oh, this, which is here? The second one? All right. So I click on that. And look at what it does. Here we go. So again, these things on here, where you see little numbers, these are pictures. When you see things like this is from website information that's on the web about it. When you see these are videos. You can go down, here's a Twitter chat on it. Basically, any and everything out there on your topic, once you type it in the right-hand side, comes up on the left-hand side. And all you have to do, like, I like this building. I just gotta hold it, drag, drop. And I just drag and drop it into there. So let's do another slide. So you click the plus sign. And let's do another heading. So give me another heading for this presentation. Library? I'm sorry?
Buildings on campus.
Buildings on campus, okay. All right, now take note. When I hit here, nothing happens because it only does that automatically for my first title slide, but it shows up over here. So I get to choose from over here. Automatically, whatever I type in shows up over here. Everything that it pulls up is going to come up with a citation, pretty much letting you know where it came from. So I'm going to click on Buildings on Campus. Remove that. And it's, ooh, and here we go. I know, right? So, here is a little video. That's 9 minutes. I'm just going to literally pull it on over there. Next thing I want to do, okay, don't get upset when I ask you this.
I have a question.
Yes.
The images that you're pulling up.
Yeah.
Are they images that you legally can now use? They will not pull up any copyrighted?
Yep, so it actually tells you, do you want images that are copyrighted or not, and you choose whichever one you want, and when you pull it in, it has a citation, they are pulled in for you as well.
Okay.
All right, so on your insert tab, I literally just taught you how to search your insert tab, which is inserting stuff, pulling over. Cards. Under your cards tab, you can insert a video, a tweet, music, or a voice of yourself into your presentation. Or let's do a comparison. So what would you like to compare Roger Williams University? So I'm going to pull a picture of that on top because it says add an image. I'm doing a comparison. So which image do you like? Or what do you like? What about this one? All right, good. So try that. Let's compare Roger Williams to another university. Which one you want to compare it to? Harvard. All right. So, hey, he said it. I am just there. Hey, I'm just doing a presentation. Here we go. So again, don't hate, here we go. So I type in Harvard into my little search thing. I hit enter. And come on up. Ooh. Let's look for a building. So let's just pull this building up. Now, what you need to be aware of, a sway presentation is one of those that you're going to talk through. Realize it has videos and images, very little words in it. It's not designed to be a PowerPoint with a bunch of words. It's a different use for a presentation. So we did a comparison. Let's do a stack. You know, like when you have a bunch of pictures going in the air. So let's stack some pictures up. What would you like to do pictures of? Puppies! Thank you. Let's do pictures of puppies. Sure, why not? Oh, really, folks? All right, we are at a university. All right, then, here we go. So I'm literally just going to drag and drop over pictures of puppies, because that's what you all chose. Make that clear on the recording. They chose puppies. All right, so let me stack another one. And I'm actually going to play this way for you too, so you get to see what you created in like 7 minutes. All right, so what other one am I good? Oh, let me do a slideshow with you. What do you want to do a slideshow of? This should be good. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. It's all good. Here we go. Come on up, come on up, come on up. All right. So, dun, 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 dun. I noticed you can use videos too, but I'm not pulling any videos. All right, that's it for right now. So I took you through your insert tab. I took you through your cards tab, design tab. Now, it automatically chooses a design for you. If you don't like the design, you can choose one of these on here. Okay, which one y'all like? Which one? Scenery, this one? All right, cool. So I'm going to choose that. And now I'm going to hit customize. Always hit customize because it allows you to do stuff like this. Animation emphasis, I'm going to leave it as intense. And text size, I'm going to put it as large. Animation emphasis makes your thing zoom in and out, in and out. It's cool, actually. I like it, as you can tell. You can also choose from your font sizes from here. Notice they're streamlined and there's not as much to choose from as in a PowerPoint. Next, let's hit layout. Your sways can go up and down, or they can go like a book from right to left. Or I can do a combination of both. It has automatically chosen to do a combination of both for you, so that's fine. Let's play our sway. So hit play. Then I move it along. Here's a video that you put in. That's the video. Ooh, here is the comparison and contrast that we did. So notice, it's designed for you to talk through it. I'm comparing to universities, blah, 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 you know. Oh, yes, this was your idea. As long as we're clear. So, oh, here is your little stacks. Oh, yeah. You're having a good time on a Friday morning, boy. Okay, so here's the other little one that you put in. And then, yeah, that, oh, so let's go back to, to get back to edit, you just hit here. And if you didn't like that, or if you say you uploaded a document, right? And you don't like how it did it, this is the button you hit to get it automatically done. Hit remix, it's called remix. So now it has remixed it to look like this. If you don't like that one, it will remix it again. Ooh, to look like that. If you don't like that one, it will remix it again. And you just keep hitting remix till you pretty much find what you like. It will do it for you if you uploaded something. To share your sway, you just click on share, and you could post it publicly, or you can email this link to anybody and click anybody with link can access it, or you can make it private to share it. Also from here, you can create a new sway, duplicate a sway, give feedback to Microsoft. You could also see the accessibility view of your sways. And that is a sway presentation too.
Is it only available online? You can download it.
You can. All you have to do is go to www.sway.com. It's going to prompt you to sign up for a Microsoft account if you already don't have one, but it's completely free. You just sign up for it and you can get in.
So I can put it on the thumb drive.
Yeah. Or you can upload a PowerPoint into this.
Not the other way around?
I haven't heard of it being done the other way around. Let me give you this website. Whenever you have questions like that, go to docs.com and type that in. Actually type the question in, and it will actually pull up a bunch of answers from a bunch of people from all around the world that uses it. Also, the Microsoft and Education community, type that on in, you can sign up for it. Questions like that, you would see a bunch of answers and stuff about it, and samples and examples. On your little sway page, when you go back to your sway page, excuse me, this is my sway page. All your sways live here online automatically. If you're starting from a template, or you could get in, it got a bunch of featured sways as well. If you want more tutorials about sways, you just hit tutorials and that's it. That's a sway. The last thing I'm going to do, because it's 11:20. Yes. Yeah, under your audio, you could click on audio under cards and it can add in audio sounds. Yes, sir.
I had a question going back to the OneDrive conversation. I really like OneDrive, but when I try to use it with my Outlook on my desktop, when I get emails with attachments that I want to save them into OneDrive, I have to go and log into my browser window and go into my mail there and then click save from there. And when I want to attach things from my OneDrive, I have to go online and open them from online and then click attach. Is there a way to do that without having to go round and start?
Yeah, we can set you up with that. Just talk to us afterwards and we'll set you up with having a technician come out.
Okay.
Like I have mine where my OneDrive is a shortcut right on my desktop. So I can just rock things right into my OneDrive and then I can access them from my phone or anywhere else. I can save right there or pull documents into my Outlook.
Okay, that would be really helpful. Thank you.
So the last thing I'm going to show you in our 8 minutes together is a Skype for Business video.
I'm Sean Wilson from Skype, and today I'm going to walk you through the top features that we use and how to use them efficiently on the new Skype for Business client. So today I want to walk you through the contact list, or the main client within Skype for Business. The reason I want to walk you through is some great features and functionality in this that I think is important to call out. The first one is, you can see in the new Skype-inspired user interface, is that we're actually using the Skype presence indicators. In these, we can identify if a user is available, if they're inactive, or if they're in a conference call, as well if somebody chooses to be on Do Not Disturb. You also have a couple of other key features. One is what's happening today. So I might put in here, recording the trainer session. And then anybody that happens to know me and see me, they'll actually see, just like you see here with Think, Do, and Scale, they'll see that I'm recording a Train the Trainer session. The other element to this that I really wanted to call out is that right from this, I have the ability to look at people based on the groups that they're in. So are they in my favorites? Are they in finance or legal? Also, the ability to check them based on status. This is one that I typically use when I need to find somebody that's online for my team. I'll go in here and look to see who's available. As well, you can also base it on relationships. Are they colleagues? Are they in your work group? Are they friends and family? But the big piece I really wanted to make sure that you understand in this is how to add somebody. So I'm going to show you what it's like to add Katie, who is on my team, but I didn't have her in my contacts list yet. So I type in Katie Jordan, it pulls it from the Skype for Business servers, and I have the ability to come in and add her to my contact list. Now, typically I'd say, oh, I'll add her to external or to finance or one of those, but really I talk to Katie so much, I wanted to make sure I add her to my favorites. I also can copy that same contact to a different location within Skype for Business. So in this case, she's part of the marketing team, and so I'd make sure to add her to our marketing contacts. And as you can see down here, there's Katie. One of the great things that you'll see with Skype for Business is that we have actually adopted the Skype user interface. And with the round pictures and the presence indicators to show what the status of a user is really helpful in increasing your productivity. One of the pieces that I wanted to show you is actually how easy it is to start an IM conversation. So double-clicking on Katie Jordan, I have the ability to say, hi, can you IM? At this point, Katie says yes, no, comes back. Great, she says she can. Do you have the status report we talked about? Now, this is key for us because I had asked her about this file, but I don't have the access to the file. So I'm now finding out if she has it and if she can actually send it over. Now, this is a great ability for us to work in real time because at this point, we're not having to send an email, wait for the email, and then make sure that I'm getting it. So she's just going to send it right over. And as you can see, there's the project overview. I click download all, it starts downloading the file for me without ever having to leave our desk or stop the tasks that we were doing. At this point, she sent over the file. I've got the file. That's great, but I have some additional questions about this file. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to take this straight from this and actually add some voice to the call. So as I'm calling Katie, at this point I can start to ask her some additional questions.
Hi.
Hi, Katie. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You know what? Let's make this a video call because, you know, there's just nothing like being able to see each other over video to really get the true personal intercommunications that exists within Skype for Business. Right. Hey, thanks for sending over that status report. Do you mind if I actually use that for my presentation later this week?
Not at all. Go ahead.
Excellent. Thank you. I'll make sure to put in some props and kudos in there for you for your help for getting it over to me so quickly.
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Katie. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too.
One of the things I wanted to make sure that you can see is Skype for Business is super easy to create a meeting just with one click. So you click the new Skype meeting button at the top, and up pops a Outlook meeting request that is already populated with your Skype meeting information right there. Now, at this point, all I need to do is add my team members. So I'm going to add Junmin, I'm going to add Katie, and I'm going to give it a subject, and the subject in this is going to be status report review. And at that point, I'm going to make sure that I got the timing right, and it's for today, but I want to make sure that I'm later in the day. So I'm going to make it for 1 o'clock. It's a 30-minute meeting, and I'm just going to send it off. Now, at this point, this meeting is already on their calendar, but it is also set that when they go into their Skype for Business client, they're going to be able to go to the Meetings tab like I showed before. And as you can see, the Skype for Business meeting for status report review is now populated in there. So one of the things for me is I can just double click and join the meeting. However, I need to make sure that both Junmin and Katie know this meeting is there. So one of the things that I want to be able to do is I am with both of them really quick to make sure that they get into the conference call. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open a meeting with Junmin, and then I'm going to drag Katie into that IM window, and it actually makes it a conversation with the three of us.
So folks, that is really a basic overview of Skype for Business.